Shalom Israel. Let's have our daily meds for today, right? And today is a very or or the verse for today is very helpful that I discovered. That at some point where you will keep on reading, you will end up with a verse that will really help your situation, right? Because the words of the Lord's those things will heal us, right? Now, when we know that the Most High is a merciful and helper, right? Our burden lightens up a bit, right? I know life can be terrible, life can be so heavy, you have work, you have temptation, and but look at this verse. First Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you. Oh wait, let's start with this is the book of First Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 12. Wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed for fear he fall. Or it translates to, if you think that you can't stand tall, it's best to hear this. Verse 13, there hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, He believes in you, right? Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able. Right? That's a very helpful and a relieving or a calming scripture, right? Because we now know that the Most High, He doesn't tempt us with something that is above our strength, right? Honestly, sometimes when I read the book of Job, where how he tempted Job, with a lot of stuff, right? Only to know that this verse tells us that the Most High tempts us that is according to our strength, right? When you're playing games, you will be matched with a fair, fair match, right? I mean, there's some games that doesn't match us, but the Most High is a fair matchmaker. He doesn't just match you with something that you are not capable with, right? And there's still more. But will, with the temptation, also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it, right? That's a good, helpful verse, right? The Most High is a strict Lord, but He is a very helpful Lord, right? That whoever calls on Him, will be, He will be our fortress, or He will be our, salvation, right? Just make sure that we are keeping the laws of the Most High, right? Because even though we get tempted, right, the Most High tempts us with something that we are able to withstand, right? Now that's why this verse is a very unlocking piece in the puzzle, right? It unlocks the heaviness of our burden that we are suffering, or some brothers who are suffering with, because they don't know that the Most High is, helps, right? So don't stress yourself, don't overburden yourself, right? Because the Most High will what also make a way to escape, that you may be able to bear it, right? So the temptations that you're trying to go through, right, the Most High can help you with that, right? So it just doesn't tempt, right, with something that you can't do. Where continuing, wherefore my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry, right? I speak as the wise man, judge ye what I say. So I discovered this while I'm watching Captain Dazariak's approach to Paul's writing. So yeah, I stumbled upon this, and I definitely needed this, because there's so many temptations in this walk that we have to overcome, right? And that is a very powerful scripture, and a helpful one. So that's something that I want to take my daily meds on, right? Because the world is full of terrible stuff, and sometimes I think the Most High is very strict to us because He loves us. But this verse really helps, because the Most High is, He manages the temptations or the tests that He will put on us, right? And at the same time, He will also give us a way to escape, right? That's why it's best to depart from evil, so the temptation is not that heavy or burdening to us, right? Because learning the doctrine is already challenging, right? What more if we add a lot of stuff that will hinder us from um, going into the truth, right? And the truth is the keeping of the law, right? So keep holding on, right? Because the most high, so keep holding on, right? Because the most high will help us, right? And he will get us out of here, Bahashim Mashiach Yahushua, through Christ, right? And you know just keep meditating on the word, and that's how we endure it, right? Plus this verse that we discovered today, because you know a significant amount of burden is being cleansed, right? Because the Most High may be strict, but He is a helpful Lord, right? So I hope this is very helpful, for our daily meds, right? So thank you for watching. All praises to the Most High through Christ.